welcome to Bridesmaid Fit Podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer DiDonato, and this is episode number 23, so thanks so much for joining us. Bridesmaid Fit is Metro Detroit's only in-home personal training service for brides-to-be, and Bridesmaid Fit Podcast is everyone's source for health and fitness information and entertainment. So thank you so much for joining us today. And once again, I just want to thank everyone out there who has been sending us emails and comments. We have our videos pretty much up on the majority of all the video hosting websites out there. So we always get a lot of comments on those too, along with emails that come to me. So this episode is inspired by you, the viewers out there. But one viewer in particular emailed me, and she had a particular question about being a beginner workout. So that's why today's workout is going to be the perfect workout for the beginner. And I just want to read what she wrote in a nutshell. Her name is Donna, and Donna writes, I'm considerably overweight and have been watching your podcast, but they seem like exercises that I should do after I lose the weight. Now, if I don't have much time to dedicate to working out, should I be focusing on cardio until I lose the weight? And Donna, I'm going to answer your question, and that would be no. You don't want to only focus on cardio. You want to make sure that you are doing your cardio along with watching your nutrition, being consistent at all of those. And 3, you want to make sure that you are incorporating in the strength training, but you want to do it properly because you are a beginner. So we're going to get started, but first, before we get started on the movements, I just want to point out what we're going to be doing today. This is going to be like a circuit style training. For beginners who are working out, you could have been away from working out for, let's say, 10 or 20 years, or you're just starting out, period. You haven't even touched a weight. What's really important is that we want you to get a good workout, but we also want to make sure you're not injuring yourself, because a big deterrent for people starting a program is that they know, oh, well, geez, when I do those weights, I'm going to be so sore the next day. And then they feel like it's such a big letdown and they feel like they can't do it. But yes, you can do it. You just want to make sure you're doing it right and doing it smart, so then you can carry it on and have it become part of your lifestyle and not just be like, oh, that's such a drag. Every time I work out, it's sore. So the key thing here is this is going to be circuit style training where we're doing movements back to back, and then also these are going to be total body movements to keep the heart rate up, because elevated heart rate means we're burning more calories, and that means we're going to burn more fat. And then also you want to use lighter weights, not easy weights, but lighter weights and higher repetitions. So we're going to do about 20 repetitions of these movements, because the more you're doing that, you're strengthening up your joints and your muscles, so then later on as your program progresses, then you can start with the heavier weights and really kicking it into gear with the people who have been doing it for longer or who are more conditioned. So let's start with the first movement. I want you to get a set of dumbbells. I want it to be dumbbells that are challenging when you lift them, but I don't want them to be you can only do 5 of them and then they're just killing you. So I want you to pick up weights. Maybe you'll need 3 pounds, 5 pounds, even 10 pounds, depending on how conditioned you are. And we're going to do a movement which is a single leg step up to bicep curl. So you can use a step at home. You can use your porch. You could use a stool, anything that you can use that can elevate you up onto a surface, and then using the dumbbells for the bicep curl. And the reason why we're doing a single leg is that we want to also condition your core. We want to condition your balance, because without our core being strong, that may not optimize our results. So if your core is not strong and you can't balance on one leg, if you can't even do this, then that's something you need to practice. And it's really important with this movement here. So I'm going to face the stool. You're going to have your weights, palms facing forward. I want you to step up in the center of the stool or the step. Make sure your heel and your foot is completely planted on the step. Step right up. Single leg balance. Bicep curl. Make sure you're not bringing the biceps all the way, or the arms, hands, excuse me, all the way to your shoulders. And bring it back down and switch legs. Good. Step up. Keep the chest up. Keep the abs tight. So you're going to exhale on the upward movement, and you're going to exhale on the upward movement of the bicep curl. Good. So we're going to do 20 of these. That's going to be 10 for each leg. And it's really important that you push through the heel when you stand up, because that's targeting your hamstrings and your glutes too. So you want to have a nice firm butt. Okay? I'm sure if you're doing this right now, it's probably starting to get a little bit harder. You want it to be nice, slow, and controlled. And as you can hear from my breathing, it's definitely getting my heart rate up. So that is a good movement because it's repetitive and you are training your body to start getting used to more challenging workouts. So when that starts to get easier, then you can use heavier weights and it's going to increase your heart rate again, and you're going to feel the same way you did when you started. So now moving on, we're going to move on to a second movement that you can alternate with this one. So you can do 3 sets of 20 on that, and then 3 sets of 20 on this movement right here, and it's called an overhead squat, or squat overhead press. With this, you're going to use the same dumbbells. You may need to increase the weight or lower the weight, but you're still going to do 20 repetitions, not 20 pounds. We're not ready for that just yet. You're going to use the weights, but you're still going to be doing 20 repetitions. You're just using a different muscle, which is our shoulders. So you're going to stand with your feet facing forward. Legs going to be hip width apart. We've done the squats before. Sorry, I have an itch right here. Okay. My hair's all staticky, so it's getting in my face. Okay, so your toes are going to be facing forward, and legs are shoulder width apart. And you're going to start with the dumbbells, all palms facing you. And you want to make sure that you're making a straight line. They're not curled inward or outward. You want to keep them nice and straight. We're going to do a squat overhead press. Squat through the heels, keep the heels down. So notice how we're absorbing the overhead press on the downward motion. Make sure you keep your back nice and straight and chest up. Doing 20 repetitions of these. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see the side profile. Down. This one really gets the heart rate up, really elevating it, because we're using upper body and lower body. And if you remember from our previous episodes, a few episodes back, this is what we call, or part of the peripheral heart training. So I'm sure you remember that one, because we're using the upper body and the lower body. So once again, grab weights that you can do multiple repetitions with. I want you to do 20 repetitions of these and alternate them back and forth with the single leg step-ups to bicep curls and with these. So doing these movements will really increase your heart rate and will start to condition your body if you've been away from it for a long time. Your glutes will be sore doing the step-ups and because of the squats, and also you're going to be sore in your shoulders and biceps. But being sore is not a bad thing. What that does, it just wakes up our muscles. We get tiny little tears in them, but you want to make sure you're eating that protein afterward and eating the right carbohydrates so your body can replenish and refuel those muscles to work for you and not against you. So Donna, thank you so much for the email. I really hope that these exercises work for you. Please email me at jenny@bridesmaidefit.com. Let me know how it feels. And same for the rest of you out there. I want you to try this and let me know how it feels. So I really appreciate you catching up with us on this week's episode of Bridesmaid Fit. You can catch us on iTunes, catch us on YouTube, keyword Bridesmaid Fit. And I'm sorry, Chris is trying to tell me something. What's that? Twitter. Ah, yes, Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Jenny DiDonato. You can see this is how it's spelled. So check us out right there. And we're also on Vidler. We're on so much stuff. And also sign up for our forum. I got a couple of inquiries about how to vote on our forum. You got to sign up first. It just takes a second. You create a username and password, bridesmaidfit.com/forum. Go to that, create the username, password, and then click on any of the topics, and then we'll have free stuff as a topic in there. Just click on that, and you can vote whether you want the water bottles, the wristbands, or the t-shirts, because we're giving away free stuff to our most devoted fans who are emailing us and giving us comments, and we're going to have our logo on that stuff, but we want to know what all of you want. I want you to come to consensus. Let us know what you want. So if you're in Metro Detroit area, of course, you can also contact me at 888-MADE-FIT, and we can work out together. I'll kick your butt. I guarantee it. So thanks so much for joining us today, Bridesmaid Fit Podcast, and I hope to see you next week. Take care.